Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is the first episode of MLB The Show 22 franchise mode, as we're finally bringing back some MLB content, which I am super pumped up about, as we're starting up a brand new franchise mode. The last time we did one was with the Texas Rangers. Of course, we didn't fully finish it, but this time around we're going to start doing a lot more of these. I've always enjoyed the game, and I kind of wanted to go back and get right back into baseball. So that's what we're basically doing today. We're going to be starting up with a brand new team in the Chicago Cubs, recommended by some of my viewers. It was also voted, or I guess it was like basically like a 3 or 5 way tie or whatever. So I just decided to pick a team. So I decided to choose the Chicago Cubs. Thought they would be a fun team. Has won a World Series not just that long ago. They kind of fell apart though, and that is a big thing, as we're going to try to rebuild this team and bring it back to its glory days once again, and hopefully make it a dynasty. Hopefully, you know how it always is. We try to make every team that we do a dynasty. So before we get into that though, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. It'll be very much appreciated, boys. So let's get into this bad boy here on MLB The Show. Now, first of all, I love these menus. These are the crispest menus I've ever seen. And the way that they have the franchise mode set, like the screen all set up, is beautiful. Compared to the last time I played it, looks really, really cool. So we're just going to use the current rosters. We're not going to download anything else. We'll use the current rosters that we got. Unless we need to change up anything, then I'll do that, going into the next episode. But for now, we'll take a look at what we have, and most likely we'll keep it. But I'll take a look at if it does line up with the real life roster. So GM contracts off. I think we're just going to turn those one off, because I want to be able to stay on the team for a bit. Computer trading on. Force trades, no. Yeah. Okay. Extra runner, yeah, sure. So coaching tasks, so set up the lineups and rotations. I want to do that myself. Development, I will let that take care of that. And for the 40-man roster, I will take care of that. So the only thing that I will not have to do is the scouting, because I don't understand the scouting. We'll probably get more into that here a little bit later on, and we'll start at spring training. Why not? We'll start with spring training. So the Chicago Cubs, we rank 19th. 12th in contact, 28th in power, so we're not a very power hitting team. Especially, there's a new thing called DH in every single kind of in our division now. It used to be in the AL East, or I might begin, or AL, there you go. And it's not in the National League, which is where the Cubs are at in the National League. So we're going to have to kind of have a DH as well. So it's going to be pretty cool as well. So, oh, wow, this is okay, man, See, this is fucking cool, bro. Wow. That is on... okay, so we can't get too distracted with how cool these menus are. Okay, wow, dude. I know I'm being blown away, but if you guys don't know, I make basically videos on NHL 22. If you guys are new to the channel, I make videos on NHL 22 a whole crap ton, and... yeah, it's not a very, very fun game in the world, and the menus are not that great. So we got my boy Marcus Stroman on the team as well. He'll be our ace this year. So, but yeah, so lineups, yeah, we'll have to deal with the DH this year. So, I don't know who we're going to use or what we're going to do. But anyways, let's take a look at the team. Let's take a look at the Chicago Cubs. We might, download a new roster or something like that, but it looks like they already kind of updated as well. So Nico Horner. He's our big guy. He's 24 years of age, an 8 potential prospect, 16 RBIs, 0 home runs last year, so he's definitely not a big home run guy. He had a decent average. What was his WAR? His WAR looked pretty good as well. So yeah, he's mostly a fielder at second base. His contact's very low, but he's a speedy guy, so he's going to be a really good defensive player. I'll take that any day of the week. But let's take a look at all our pitchers. So of course, Marcus Stroman. I love my boy Marcus Stroman. He'll be definitely a big guy for us. Played with New York Mets last year. Decent ERA. He'll be our ace. We paid him a lot of big bucks, so he will definitely be our ace. And then Kyle Hendricks, Wade Miley right after. I'm not a big fan of Wade Miley. His hits per 9. That's actually not terrible stats. Actually, honestly, his stamina's not too bad. Break is not too bad. Yeah, he's actually kind of one of our better pitchers. And then we're probably going to be calling up Adhurt Aluzez as well, because we're not going to be using Drew Smiley or any of these guys. So we're definitely going to have to edit the rosters a little bit. That's definitely going to be some homework that we're going to have to, organize and get everything kind of ready to go. Relief pitching, we definitely do not have very much of a bullpen, to say the least. Michael Givens, Yardley, Jesse Chavez. We don't have a very much of a depth for our bullpen. I don't know if there's any free agents, but I mean, even in if then, like, we're not really wanting to be a super competitive team this year because, I mean, we'll take a look at the rest of the lineup. We have a decent starting rotation, like very decent, but it's not going to be good compared to like other teams. Like, yeah, like the Milwaukee Brewers have like 3 big pitchers. I mean, the rest of their rotation is ass. Or, you know, for example, like the Blue Jays in real life, they're and also or like this team, right? So I think with what we got right now, we're gonna have to definitely play it patient and just kind of take it as a slow approach. We do have some older guys, so you know we got like one young potential pitcher coming up the pipeline, and then a few more. But we definitely need a future ace, without a doubt. Like that is definitely something we're gonna have to try to draft. Wilson, I'm gonna probably fuck up his name. Contreras. Tell me guys in the comment section below how you say that one. And then Jan Gomes. So we have 2 big catchers. So we could even trade away one potentially if we really wanted to pick up a DH or something in that sort. So that could be a possibility. Second baseman, we got Nico and then Nick Madrigal. Nice guy there too. David Boat. Patrick Wisdom. And then Jonathan Villar. Yeah, definitely not very much for our third baseman, to say the least, and then not a very great shortstop either, but most likely we'll just use, I guess we could use Nico. Yeah, we could use Nico. We can't use Nick because he's mostly just a second baseman. And then left fielders, we got Ian Happ, Harold Ramirez. So Ian Happ, he's of course the guy on the thumbnail, but he was a big player for last year for the Chicago Cubs. Smashed 25 dingers. So he's going to be our big heavy hitter, basically. Could play really good. Doesn't look like he might not be the best fielder in the world, but he won't be too bad out on the outfield. We'll see how he does. And then, yeah, our center field really is not great, and same with our right fielders as well. As we're pretty weak out in the outfield. We're not bad defensively, but you look at, the rest of Jason Hayward's stats, it's not gorgeous, like, at all. So definitely a lot of work that we got to do with the Chicago Cubs. So let's take a look at free agency here. Let's take a look and see if there is some guys that we can bring in for the bullpen, like Trevor Rosenthal here. We could bring him in for, potential depth, and I don't think that'd be a bad idea for us. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I mean, you could bring in Michael Conforto. You could bring him in as a right fielder. You bring in as some more depth, and that might not be too bad of an idea. Because where are we at for the budget, like our contracts and everything like that? Okay, so that's our coaches and scouts. We'll take a look at that too here in a bit, man. We got a lot of where are we saying that? We have $33 million available. I think that's what it is. We'll have to take a look. Player salaries. We're paying a lot for Hayward. We're paying a lot for Stroman. Hendricks not paying too bad. Ian Happ. Yeah. We're actually not, we don't have too many bad contracts, to be completely honest with you. Like, we could clear house pretty easily. Like, the only player that really takes up a lot is Hayward. That's really it. We don't have a whole lot of, like what would, because we could just get Rosenthal for a year. Because how much, where's our max offer is 33? Because, yeah, we have 24. Yeah, we have some money. Like, we could get Rosenthal. And then, like, if we do good, we do good. If we do bad, then we could trade these guys away and just get prospects, basically, is what I'm thinking, right? With Conforto, you just do the exact same thing. You get him at 6.3 or something like that. He's not close to home, but you're signing him just for a year, bringing in as a potential depth bat for the team. So since we have some time, let's organize up the kind of what we are imagining that we're going to do. So I think we're definitely going to be bringing up Albert. Reached their roster limit, so that means we're going to have to drop somebody down. So one of just our lower overall guys, we'll send him down to the AAA. So we want Albert to be moved up to the MLB. So he needs to be added to the 40-man squad. Okay, that's awesome. We just take this guy off. Move him. Oh, no. Do not remove him. Move him down to AAA and then just remove him off that 40-man. That 40-man list. And then we could add Albert to the 40-man list and move him up to the MLB. So there we go. So Adbert Azulio. Velocity is fucking crazy. Honestly, I think he could be potentially a good pitcher. Didn't have a great year last year, but we're gonna have to kind of test him out because I mean we don't got a whole lot of pitchers that we got right now, right? So, and then maybe even Justin Steele might be our other guy because what we got pretty. I mean, yeah, we got all right-handers, but for Wade Miley and then Justin Steele. So I mean the rotation's only 5, I think, right? So we'll take a look at that. Maybe he could be like a light relief pitcher for us or something like that. And then, of course, these guys, since it's the spring training right now, we could worry about sending these guys down later. The bullpen, how many guys do we need for the bullpen, eh? So, yeah, 5 in the rotation. And then I went with like a 1 and then 3 mid-relief pitchers. So, like 5. So, 4 relief guys. Because, no. If we get Rosenthal, and you guys can also help me out with this too. Should we have more relief pitchers? This sort of stuff like that, right? So we could do like Chris Martin, Hoover, Robertson, and then Rosenthal. That means we wouldn't have to use Michael Givens here, he's all right. It might not be a bad idea to keep him up as well because I mean we need 5, so Givens and then Rosenthal, and then we'll probably send down Jesse Chavez. We really don't need him. Daniel Norris could probably just head down in the minors and develop a little bit. Maybe we can get him going. Roman Wick. We could even call up Jonathan Holder as well. He's a guy that we could even use as well. Played for the Yankees. Definitely not fantastic years the past few years, but could be somebody. And then these 2 guys for our catchers. Frank Swiddell. Very good contact guy. I think he can almost lead us off, basically. 14 home runs last year, 326 average. That's not bad. We definitely need to get a fucking future first baseman or something. Our prospect core is absolutely doggy doo-doo. Like, we only have a few guys. And then him. Maybe, no, we don't really need because, like, we already got Wisdom Villar. I mean, Villar is Villar. Like, we could almost just used this guy instead. He would have been a way better defensive guy. But I think the best bet is them develop in the minors, them develop his hitting, and see what he can bring next year or even midway through the year if we're going to be trading away some guys, right? And Ramirez and Happ and Fraser, I guess, as well. But honestly, we could find somebody else that can be better than Clint Fraser. And then Ortega. And Jason Hayward, most likely. And then that's really about it. I mean, we could call up Nelson as well. He has some speed, decent contact, a little bit better than Jason Hayward in some stats. And he's young, right? So we want to try to use as many young guys, I think, as we possibly can here with the Chicago Cubs, especially since we're, not a very good team. We're not looking, too fantastic. What are the GM goals? They want us to reach the postseason this year. So maybe we try to stay kind of towards that kind of goal. So basically our goal is to make it to the postseason every single year here with the Cubbies. So that makes it a little bit different because we were talking about maybe making just this team as a rebuilding team. But now with that kind of happening, maybe he wants us to go all for it. So I'm gonna just see what could we get for Yan Gomes. Like, if there's any like good players that we could potentially get. It's a catcher, so it's not like we could really get a whole lot. So Jordan Romano, but like you're just getting 2 relief guys. There's really not a whole lot of phenomenal pickups unless it's like a closing pitcher. You could get like a decent starting pitcher. I'm not seeing any guys that could really, change the team around. So what happens if we gave up like Gomes and like one of our like B potential like prospects or something like that, like a David Boat, just MLB ready. See, that could get us a little bit more. Teoscar Hernandez. Okay. Toronto Blue Jays. Hey, I like you guys. We're okay. I think we definitely take a look at that to start off the episode. And the next one is take a look at maybe a potential trade to kind of upgrade the team a little bit more. Maybe in a little bit more of the power side because we're pretty good defensively. But with Yan Gomes, we really don't need him. Like, we could pick up somebody in free agency for a replacement catcher if we really need to, and Wilson Ramos, or use somebody else, right? So I think that's the way we go. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the very first episode here. Tell me, guys, in the comment section below, what should we do? Should we, go towards what our GM goals are, which is to reach the postseason every year? Or should we just, try to rebuild with this team, do a 1-year rebuild and try to get some prospects going for the team? What should we do? I'll leave it up to you guys in the comment section below. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, boys, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.